What's going on, guys? It's hard to hold here, and welcome to a year in review, baby. Year in review, honest opinion of entrepreneurship. 1 year in the game. All right, so this is crazy, bro. So I've been in the game for a whole year of business. I started January 2024. I started like fixing my journey like in September of 2023. But I'm just gonna tell you that this shit is not as easy as everybody says. It's not as easy as like the gurus being like, "Oh, you join my course, you'll make 10K a month in 30 days, guaranteed." Like, bro, it's not easy. Easy money. Easy money is not real money, bro. Easy money is not real money. You don't get anything in life unless you put in the work to get it, right? So I'm here to tell you, bro, this is 1 year in my life. I've gone broke. I've been broke as fuck. I haven't made shit. Like, I've questioned everything, bro. I've wanted to quit so many times, but I decided to keep pushing. I decided to keep fucking grinding. And I'm still here, and I'm here to tell you why you should start a business in 2025. And I'm here to save you and tell you a little bit about my story. And you can learn from it and hopefully get motivated to start a business of yourself or just step outside of your comfort zone a little bit. A year ago, man, I was a different dude. I was lost, I was depressed. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I had no clue how to make it happen, man. I was working a dead end job, just scrolling through life in the trades, not caring about anything, bro. Just like literally lost in the sauce. Like I hated life. I fucking hated life, bro. Like everything was bad. Everything was bad. I was lost, depressed, just hating life, bro. I wanted to get out. I wanted to do my own thing so bad, bro. Like I didn't know what the avenue would be. I didn't know how I would get there. I just knew I would do something. And I just couldn't find any life meaning. And if you're in that situation, bro, where you just like don't know what's going on, you don't have any meaning, it doesn't seem like you know what's the solution, or you don't know really where to go in your life, like watch this video because it's gonna help you, bro. I literally was so down bad. I had no sign of like making it to 2024 type shit. And then Black Friday 2023 came around. This is when everything changed for me. This is when everything changed. So I was working in the trades, pretty like dead end job in my opinion. Like I hated shit. Black Friday 2023 comes around. I buy a laptop and that changes everything. I buy my MacBook. I still have that thing right now. I buy a MacBook and that literally changed everything. I always had big dreams. I just didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't know where I wanted to go. Like I always knew I was meant for something more, but I didn't really know what that was. So I was always a tech guy and I was like, fuck it, let's just jump in, let's do it. And my first venture, all right, was building an AI solution, an AI appointment setting solution. So I got right into the AI game, okay? Liam Motley, the goat of the AI game, he put me on all the sauce. So I jumped right in, started learning from him, started tapping into what he was doing, and just being really studious on YouTube, using that free learning platform to learn a lot, right? And I think that's very important. Like you can learn a lot about different subjects and different things if you go on YouTube. And that's what I did. I was spending hours. I was watching all these free courses that people were putting out just to sell them on like the high ticket, but like they were still giving out game. So I was looking at all these free courses. I was like, bro, like this is what I need, right? This is what I need to run with right now. Started looking at all these free courses, and started studying and got a lot of notes, started taking notes, started talking to AI on a consistent basis. That was a big thing for me, tapping into AI and really learning and discovering and being more present in that process and starting to learn how to talk to AI, how to talk to ChatGPT. And it was very important, man. And like I first dove in and didn't really have an idea. So I just started on my MacBook, started learning, started typing, started talking to ChatGPT, started taking a lot of notes. I started exploring tools. Now, a lot of you probably use like Notion and Google Docs, but I just started storing data, storing information that I could look back on. And I started doing reflections like really early on in my journey. I was like, dude, okay, like if I want to be really good, I know I'm a good talker. I don't like writing. I don't like journaling. I have like four journals in my drawer that I wrote in like every morning, leading up to the 2024 year. So I started that journey pretty early. But I had recently like wrote in journals a lot. That was my thing, and I was like, nah, bro. Like I'm gonna start talking. And I started doing voice memo recordings, just kind of talking about my day, talking about what I'm trying to improve upon. And that was a really good thing looking back, because now I have a bunch of data to feed AI. But that's like besides the point. Okay. So into the AI venture, I started with AI, learning how to build no code tools, in voice flow, use Zapier, make different automation tools that I could utilize to help build this system that I wanted to build, right? And my buddy, Mitch Martinson, shout out. This is my guy, Mitch Martinson. Oh, shit. My bad, boys. Shout out my guy, Mitch Martinson. Started learning a little bit about his industry and started talking to him a lot more. This is when me and him became really close. Mitch Jackson, two really cool guys, love their detail shop. Um, Started becoming close with him and figuring out kind of his pain points in the industry. I didn't really know where I wanted to start it, and I think I was starting in like real estate or something, or like trying to make chatbots for websites. And then I realized I was like, dude, well, why don't I just tap into my connections, like people that I know around here? And I was like, dude, like my buddy Mitch, he has a business. Like there's got to be something I can help him with. And I started talking to him, figuring out kind of what his business looked like, started learning more about the detailing industry and just like how different, like just how business works. And it just helped me so much. And he was probably like 2 years ahead of me. So he knew a lot about talking to people, starting a business, pricing his business. Like he knew everything. So I started talking to him a lot more, started hanging out with him a lot more and working around him as I was learning. And then at this point, I was like, all right, we found a good solution. Why don't I just make a chatbot system or like an AI appointment setting system that we can implement into his Facebook? Because they ran a lot of ads, a lot of local Facebook ads to where they would push people for appointments, and their CTA was to DM, so message them. And um, I was like, all right, this is sweet. Let's build it. Started building it. I took all the information I already knew and put it to practice. I think that's the biggest lesson to take away from this, just midway through. You gotta take in information, but if you take in information and do nothing with that information, it's fucking pointless. You have to take information in and take action with that information. It's just like education to me. It's like I'm going to college, right? And I'm learning a lot of information, but am I ever taking action on that information to actually train my brain on that and like how to produce results and do that process, right? I think that's a lot of people don't understand that they have to do the action as well as learn the information, right? I think that's a big thing that it's a big misconception a lot of people have. But I started to put my information into practice. I built a bot, and this was when AI was a little rocky. Okay, so AI was still relatively new, and I built the bots, put it together, and I was like, dude, this is sick, right? Started testing it, saw some bottlenecks, right? So it worked, and it actually started booking appointments. It's just the process of like booking an appointment, like it couldn't like send you a link. Like I never got it to like making an action. So it's just kind of a conversational bot, and then we'd be like CTAing them to, call the business or go to the website and book. So it was a little frictionized. It would have been nice if it was a little easier on that realm. But a lot of issues. So AI was relatively expensive. We were running it on it had GPT-3. So like GPT-3.5 was like early or late 2023, and then GPT-4 came out like December 2023. And GPT-4 was way better than GPT-3.5, like a crazy enhancement of the model. And we GPT 3.5 was like pennies to the dollar. And we had to run it on GPT-4 if we wanted to get the best results possible, right? And we were doing this for free at the time, just trying to get a good proof of concept, getting some proof, getting some testimonials, and just being able to kind of prove to others that we can do what we say we can do. And yeah, it costed a lot of money. So that was an issue there. It was a very high cost. AI now is very cheap, very cost effective, but it was very expensive here at the beginning of the year. So there's a bottleneck there. And then, like, obviously, it's like a 7 step conversation that they go down. Like, we want to figure out what vehicle you have, make and model, what you're looking for, the damage, just kind of get everything you can for a good quote and be able to quote them and get them to book. This is a very high cost. So like running this whole system was hard. And it took a lot of time to like actually put in to make sure the system was good. So like looking back on that, that was a big bottleneck we had going into it. And I mean, it was tough, dude. So like looking back, it was a really good opportunity. And then started to discover this new model, right? This is me transitioning into my second business model, software as a service. Okay. So I dove into software as a service, and I was like, well, like it's kind of the realm we were looking to go in anyway. So we were in AI for probably about 2 months, and I was with Jeff, my business partner. Shout out to him. Me and him were grinding together. We eventually parted ways though because he had a bigger vision, and shout out to him now. He's living a good life. He's doing great. Also, shout out to M&J Detailing, bro. They're big dogs, big factors in my success, and just me staying consistent throughout my whole business venture. Yeah, I guess another lesson like within the SaaS thing is like I started that and we kind of transitioned into like helping M&J Detailing with like their back end, like CRM, managing your customers, being able to, build different things on there, review systems. Like Go High Level had everything. If you didn't know, Go High Level had everything. And looking back now, we tried to sell everything. Like we were like, all right, we're gonna pack it. We got 3 different packages. We're gonna sell this to every fucking business. We don't need a niche. And I was like, dude, are you kidding me? Like we were really cocky, confident guys. We were like, all right, we're gonna get the LLC, we're gonna build the website, we're gonna build the offers, and we're gonna build the course so people know how to use this software too, before we even sell it and prove to the market that it's gonna work. So lesson number 3 in this video is get proof of concept before you do anything. Like your whole goal should be, all right, I want to prove that this is going to work. I want to prove that this is going to work. Fuck the money. Don't let the money cloud your judgment. Don't let it cloud your vision, because then you're going to be like super focused on like, okay, if I want to make a lot of money, I need to build out this product and make sure it's really good. All right, well, how do you know that people are going to want to buy it if you don't even know about your market? What market are you targeting? Okay, well, what problems are you solving? Are you solving every problem? Like, how are people going to want to buy that if you're solving every problem? What if they just need one problem? So we were trying to like, we kind of noticed this back on the back half too. Like, all right, well, how can we not make this overwhelming for people to see? And we kind of found some solutions, but evidently, like, we sold pretty much the whole entire software, every system and every like possible like thing you could, and pretty much we're like, hey, we can solve all your problems, and that's not good. That's not good. So that's where we definitely saw a big issue. We were trying to solve every problem and not just like one niche specific problem, and like expanding our help within a business. But we got super big into SaaS. This helped me a lot with building landing pages, understanding how CRMs and back end systems work. And then with this, like obviously we were doing a lot of cold calling, a lot of email marketing, SMS marketing, cold outreach, DM outreach. So we were really in the trenches with outreach, built a lot of experience there. And then also with like building an offer, right? Now, if I knew what I know now in building an offer, I could probably scale a SaaS pretty well, right? Because now I have the experience to see it and be like, okay, well, I would craft the offer like this so it makes sense. So there's a lot of lessons learned there. And the big thing is like, don't overcomplicate it. Don't put a bunch of time into something that you don't know what the return's going to be, right? Like get the proof of concept first. Understand that it's going to be worth your time, because time is money. So that's a big thing that I learned going into that. And then transitioning from SaaS, this is June 2024. So I've been in the game for a bit now, 6 months. So June 2024 rolls around, summer. And this is when uh I was introduced to, this is when things like started taking off. I was introduced to Nate, the sales goat. Jeff knew him. They were like mutuals. And we came here to this apartment that I'm in right now, had a conversation about business, talked some business, and he like really opened up my eyes to what's possible in the online business game. So he was a part of the growth operator community. He was actually in the high ticket for creator accelerator. So that was like a high ticket program. You had to pay like 5K to get into it and like make money with the creator. Working with his own creator at the time, which was cool. And he basically said like, dude, like you guys want to help me with my offer? Like I'm gonna run a sales offer, and you guys could build me like a landing page, and we could get like some good reach on that. And then he was like, I have like 1,900 people in a community that are like all growth operators that need this software you have, like that need landing pages, that need to like manage all their stuff in this one spot. And he started tapping into some new guys, bro, and he started helping us out, giving us some connections. We hopped on some calls, and we started to like kind of get some momentum with the software. Um, and then we started looking into growth operating and noticed the huge potential of an opportunity there. Now, I'm going to go out and say this now. Growth operating is essentially just helping businesses or brands sell more or sell their product in an efficient way. And info has been around for a while. Info products have been around forever, dude. Like Ty Lopez is all the OGs have been running info products forever. They've been making millions off info. And people finally started to put like a business model onto it. People started to do like the business model thing, like, oh, it's a business model now, right? So they started to put a business model onto it. And they were like selling, like, yo, like they were selling the dream, like, yo, you can make a school community. Because Alex Hermosi launched like school in 2023 or something, and he like endorsed it. And it was like, yo, you can make a school community for a content creator, and you can make 10K a month, 30 days. I was like, okay, like bet, dude. Like this is sick. I'm gonna jump in. Jumped in, bro. Started doing outreach. Kind of like ditched the SaaS. I was like, fuck SaaS. Like screw it. Got signed my first guy. Got on with the fitness creator. Shout out, you know who you are. Got on with my fitness guy. Didn't really know what I was doing, bro. Like 2 weeks in, I started learning like all the material in the course. It was a really good course. Like Creator Accelerator was a really good course. Like I learned a lot in it. I learned about paradigm, like so much stuff, bro. And another lesson. If you are somebody that has the financial availability to invest into coaching or a course or consulting program, you should 100%. You should definitely do it. I don't think coaching and like programs are a bad thing. I think it's definitely a good thing, especially if you are a beginner. If you are a beginner, I would 100% recommend that you invest into a mentorship or a coach. If you would want some advice from me, dope. I'm not really in the financial standing to give advice to people, but I've experienced a lot. So I would say get mentorship. Find somebody that can guide you in the right direction, kind of steer you away from like not having to face these failures that everyone has to go through. Mentorship will get you farther than everything else. If you have good people around you that know more than you do, you will go way farther, way faster. Like that's the trick to fast success, bro. A mentor or learning it all yourself in the trenches. Like there's a couple ways to look at it. The whole thing about growth operating like schools, like yo, like you can start an MRR, make recurring monthly revenue. But I quickly learned that the whole system is like, all right, you need to get people in on a very irresistible lower end offer, get them to buy in, and give them a really great experience to where they're then going to want to upsell to the high ticket. Because, like, your upsell ladder is where you make the money. You should never be trying to sell a short form audience member on a $60 a month course. They're not going to buy it. They're not. They haven't seen enough from you, they don't trust you enough. And I didn't know that at the time. So this guy only had a short form audience, launched a school community. Um, Fitness school community is weird. I think make money community is really the only thing that'll work. Started a low ticket community, charged like 30, $60 a month. Didn't really do anything. Didn't really work out at all, so kind of revamped and pushed past that point and ended up getting into another project. Okay, so I got a lot of experience from that. Learned how to graphic design, make landing pages, build a community. At least like attract attention to it. Promote it. He didn't really have any traffic, so that's why it was tough. But it was a good opportunity to say the least. I learned a lot from it, and then I had a big opportunity come up, and I think this was like 4th of July. This opportunity came to me. This is around that time. So this is like July, early July. And this huge creator, like this huge opportunity came to me. And it seemed huge to me at the time, but looking back now, it's like if I didn't have that opportunity, I probably wouldn't be as far as I am now. But essentially what happened is I got offered to come in and consult for a team that was running a big creator's offer. Okay, he was in the fitness game, obviously, and I had experience there. I was like, all right, perfect. I've already went through this once. I know how to do this now. So I went in there and I was like in a consultant, super low percentage. Like looking back now, it's like I was doing way more work than what I would have been compensated for. No setup fee, just kind of went straight into it. Was working with like a team of 3 other dudes underneath me. Didn't understand that. So we had like 4 guys on one operation, kind of just doing a bunch. It was another school. We went with like the higher end this time, and I still kind of did the same thing. It fucked up, to be honest with you. But we ran the school, and they already had market research done. They had pretty much everything in the whole process done. So I was like, all right, bet. Now let's just build the offer. Let's start building the product. Let's get a launch date and let's go. Tried to launch it quick. Ended up doing it quickly. I came in and they were like a month into the operation and all they did was market research. And I was like, okay, so like you guys didn't really do nothing. Like you didn't really accomplish anything. So I came in, pretty much saved the whole thing, got like a launch date put together, started everything based on all the data they already had, and launched a low ticket community. Got a decent amount of buyers, but the creator, like, he wasn't super down for it. And he was like, dude, we'll just refund people. Like, I think this is like technically a failure. It's like, that's what's tough about these low ticket communities and like schools specifically. You can see how many people are in the community. It's like, well, this guy's got 500,000 followers. He's only got 30 people in his community. Like, that's not a good sign. So we shut it down, refunded everybody, got them on like free access or something. And he hits me up afterwards. He's like, yo, man, like, I know you were a grinder, dude. Like you were putting in a lot of time, putting in a lot of effort into this operation because that's one thing I do. Like I put a lot of time into things that I take seriously, and I put a lot of time into it. And it was a very busy time of my life. Like July up until like September was super busy for me. So super busy. Got through that process. Failed the launch. Launched on Labor Day. It didn't really work well. And then pushing forward, ended up connecting with him again, and he was like, yo, you have a lot more experience with high ticket, like let's just run that. And I was like, perfect, bro. He's like, just give me some time and we can run up a system that's actually going to work. So I gave him some time, kind of pushed past that whole situation, and then moving into running his high ticket. We did 7K in the first 2 weeks. And I started like that's when shit like actually started changing. I was like, damn, the high ticket game's way better. Learned a lot. Learned how to sell. Learned how to like position things, how to communicate with people, set people in a really good way. Closed my first like deals like ever, and I was so excited. Like super cool highs. And then like we kind of shut down the high ticket. Only got like 7 people in it. We didn't get 10 like we wanted to. Shut it down. I made like decent money to just kind of get by. And like, beg your pardon, I wasn't working a job since like June or since July of 2024. So like I made enough money to get by, and then um, we went into Black Friday. We're like, all right, let's launch like a lower ticket, get your app going. Like let's run a lower end thing. Ran that, started pushing through for that, and didn't see really good results either with that. And I kind of saw it from the start. I was like, all right, well, if we didn't really sell all 10 spots with the high ticket and we're about to open it up again on Black Friday with all these other fitness influencers that are opening up high ticket offers, the odds that we sell it, obviously it's a unique guy in the space, so there's probably a possibility, but I was like, dude, I need to find something else. I need a backup plan. And that's when I got turned back into AI, bro. That's when I needed to take control of my journey. I was like, dude, I need to control how much I make every month. I need to stop relying on other people. I got to stop relying on all these things I can't necessarily control. And it's all about control. And I was like, all right, I'm going to take control now. And that's when I started building this AI content nurture system. So had a big idea, noticed a lot of people in the industry, they weren't nurturing their audience correctly. They were trying to sell to short form audiences that never seen their content before, just like ruining the whole entire experience. So I was like, you know what? Like, let's build something that allows people to make content at a very high quality level that's more autonomous and viral driven, and also like use that content to pull them into value, like give them a bunch of value and bring them into your low ticket offer, and then just take them up the upsell ladder. So started building that system out, built out the whole content system. The nurture system hasn't necessarily been built yet. So built that whole thing out and started selling that. Had like a good like demo product going for that. Interiorly using it, perfecting the system with myself and close people and close guys in the space as well. That way we can build the best thing possible. And then at the same time, this is when things really started taking over. Like started talking to AI a lot, started really diving into what AI is and how you can use it effectively, right? And I tapped in. I tapped into a new philosophy I like to call the Symbiotic Alignment Paradigm, SAP. So it's the framework for using AI as a partner to amplify your efforts, the clarity on your goals, and to amplify your process of completing those goals and unlocking your full potential. And this whole philosophy, I've been living it for a while. And like I realized that. and it helped me get super clear on what I need. And I believe that there's so much power in like the human input to AI, like what we give AI, the data that we give it. It can really give us great insight on that data, and it can give us good, you know, action steps, good reflection data, like deep dive into what we are putting into it and dive deeper into it and give us like a deeper understanding of ourselves. And I started integrating that paradigm. I was like, dude, the SAT paradigm, like this is awesome. And this is something that I think a lot of people can benefit from. So I started integrating it into my daily life, doing reflections before every like big tasks. I would, kind of do some clarity questions, talk to AI, get a lot of clarity on what I needed to do to perform this task and perform it in the best way. And I believe that this is how the workforce is going to start turning to. It's going to be turning into like AI, like humans operating AI. So AI operating. And I think that it still needs, AI isn't in like a place yet where it can operate on its own. So it needs human intuition, it needs human input. And that's kind of where the SAP philosophy came. And it's given me so much clarity now. Like I don't even, it's insane. I have so much clarity on this. It's truly unbelievable how much clarity I have in my life. And yeah, I mean, it's just unbelievably awesome, bro. It's unbelievably awesome. So looking back, 2024 has absolutely been a roller coaster, bro. Like I've been overwhelmed, I've been lost at times. Like I've seen things that, oh man, I've just seen a lot of crazy shit. I've been through it all, man, but I never quit. I cut out all the distractions. I stopped drinking. I stopped, diving into vices. I stopped listening to devil music. Like I stopped all this shit, bro, and started like learning and taking myself seriously and started to self develop. And the most valuable lesson that I learned throughout the whole process, bro, is that everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Now you're sitting here and you're like, dude, like why do I have no money in my bank account? Like why am I in this position where I just got fired from my job? It's like, bro, it happened for a reason. It happened for a reason. The path that we are on, the journey that we are going down, everything that we go through happens for a reason. It all happens for a reason. And I just learned this year to just really focus on self-development and put my trust in God and the universe that I'm on the right path and they're going to take me where I need to go as long as I'm clear on my vision and I have the action oriented steps that I put in every single day to get there. And ever since I decided to start doing that, my whole life has completely changed. And it's been insane for me. And I would say that's the most valuable lesson you learn. And I think focusing on your 5 pillars, you need to focus on your work. You need to make sure that they're all dialed. The 5 pillars of life: work, spirituality, relationships, wealth, and health. You need to make sure all of them are corresponding and working and make sense to you because that's a very important piece of the puzzle that not a lot of people take into consideration. So, what's next for me? What's next for 2025? So I'm going to be building AI systems, creating a lot of content for you guys about this SAP philosophy, how to use AI in your daily life, and how to use AI in businesses to make everything more effective for you. 2025 is literally the year that everything changes for me, bro. I'm going to have financial freedom. I'm going to have a thriving AI business, and my personal brand is going to be impacting millions of people. So you're watching this. This is happening. I'm manifesting this thing into existence, bro. I'm taking ruthless action. So if you're watching this, I want you to know that you can do it too. You should start a business in 2025. You 100% should start a business in 2025. Hell yeah, you should. But you need to be prepared. You need to be prepared to fail. You need to be prepared to struggle. You need to be prepared to question everything that you're doing, bro. Like you just need to understand that you are to grow. Like detach from the money. Like I'm not trying to make any money this year. Fuck that. Detach from it, bro. You need to really just sit here and tap in and be like, yo, like detach from the money. I just want the experience. I want to learn. I want to improve my mind because this is more valuable than money, bro. All these gurus are trying to get you to just fall for this. This is more valuable, bro. If you can tap into this and change your whole entire paradigm with your mind, you're gonna accomplish everything, bro. And if you're just starting a business, you're just graduating high school, you're just trying to dive into something, you feel lost in your life, like go watch my other videos, bro. Like I'm gonna start posting every single day, giving you guys real truth and just kind of help you guys get out of this struggle, man. And because I was there. This is my whole story, bro. This is my whole year of just being in business. I wish I documented more. I wish I did do more. So I'm 2025. I'm gonna be recording content so consistently because I wish I did more. So If you're ready to take control of your life and unlock your true potential, hit that subscribe button below, and fill out. Just start thinking about 2025, bro. We have one more day, 2 more days technically of 2025. So start figuring out what you're gonna do, how you're gonna make 2025 different. Let's make 2025 the year we all freaking thrive. Everything happens for a reason, and now is the time to take action. You're watching this video for a reason. It's time to take action. It's time to take over. You made it to the end because you are confident and you know that you're meant for something better. So I want to see you win. It's hard to hold. Hard to hold. No one will ever hold us back. It's hard to hold Helvey here, and we are out of here. Have a great year. 2025 will be the year that everything changes for me and for you guys as well.